Hey guys, what's up? Joe looking like shit. Morning coffee. Cheers. Today is September 16th, and if you're a tech YouTuber, then pretty much I'm familiar that today came the launch of the new NVIDIA GPU, right? The 3000 series, right? Just last night, I finished editing a video for Paul, which is like the 3080 graphics card, right? So we did the benchmark videos about that, right? So it's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video. Is basically, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fucking tech tubers right now that probably like did not sleep for shit because they fucking stayed up late, like working on these videos, doing benchmarks, the testing and all stuff, and also editing, then rendering and all this stuff, right? So I don't know. I guess I wanted to talk about like pretty much what goes into making these types of videos, right? Actually, benchmark videos are the ones that take up the most time for us, right? Both production-wise and editing, right? They're time-consuming, but they have a very strict deadline, right? Out of all the videos that I have been editing for Paul throughout this past 5 to 6 years now, benchmark videos are like the ones that are like the most pain in the ass, right? And there's a lot of reasons why. When I first started working with Paul and like I started doing these benchmarks videos, I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about because I had no idea about anything about benchmarks and the terminology that he uses, the CUDA cores and the VRAM and all this stuff. All that stuff was very new to me, right? So making those videos at first was very stressful. Not only that, these videos, they have a very, very strict deadline, because embargo dates, right? So pretty much say like NVIDIA, what they want to do is they want to make sure everybody that is a journalist, because that's pretty much what Paul is almost considered, basically kind of like a news reporter, right? He reports on like a new product. So they want to make sure everybody that's doing reviews or, articles or anything about these products, they want to make sure everybody has a fair chance. So that's why they have an embargo date, right? That way, at this date, at this time, depending on what part of the world you are, that's the time that you're allowed to pretty much release your news article. Now, there's always going to be leaks. There's always going to be that one asshole that pretty much, doesn't care. He's going to release information, sooner than later, right? But usually those people, they get caught or they find out who they are. So there's no real severe consequences for doing something like that from my understanding, right? But pretty much you won't get any future support from these companies if you're known to not respect the embargo date, right? Say they won't give you another GPU card for you to review, stuff like that, right? That's as much as I know, right? However, the other thing that makes these types of videos very difficult to edit is that it's not like we have like a product for like a month where they can test it and they can do everything they want with it to get like a full review on it, right? Usually, like, say, I'm just speaking from what I experienced working with Paul, is that he'll get like the product card, but there'll be a few days where now they have to wait for like, the driver, pretty much where they're able to the motherboard is able to recognize the GPU hardware, right? That gets released. Now they have maybe a couple days so they can start running a bunch of tests, right? Paul usually runs benchmarks more than once. I think he said like about 3 times, right? And then he does like the average of those numbers, right? Because not all the test results are gonna be the same, right? It fluctuates the numbers, right? But he finds pretty much like the average of like the multiple tests that he does on depending on like the video game benchmark that he does, right? Collects those numbers, makes a chart, then sends me the chart and information. Then he does a B-roll and he sends it all to me, right? It may sound straightforward, but in reality it's not, right? He's doing all the testing, collecting all the data, and they're making all the things. So sometimes he's pretty much running up to like the last day where I'm able to edit, right? So say like in this case, last night, he didn't give me all the footage and all the information, like the slides and the B-roll and everything else that I need to complete the video by like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? I want to make sure I give Paul enough time so he can render out the video because we render in 4K, so that could take some time, right? Probably not a big of a deal, probably like a half hour or so, right? But then he has to upload the video. Because it's 4K, you have to give it time for it to process up to 4K. That could take up a few hours, right? And then he just goes through the descriptions and he adds whatever information that he needs to add in the descriptions, because he's very thorough about the products that he uses and the information and links and everything else that he needs to add in the descriptions, right? So these videos are a pain in the ass in that sense, right? Because you get like a very short amount of time to test the product, because they want to avoid any leaks to happen, right? And then as an editor, I got the footage around 4 o'clock. I didn't finish the video till almost 10 at night. So by the time he got it, most likely he looked it over and he started rendering. He probably didn't upload the video till close to maybe somewhere between 11 and 12. And most likely he didn't go to sleep till maybe 1 or 2. Also, he had wake up early, so he can wake up, go on to social media, say like it was 6 o'clock this morning, so you can like pretty much go, hey, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, release the video, share it, because the more views you're able to get, the better, obviously. Benchmark videos are a pain in the ass to do, man. Yeah, but I mean it's fun, and like over time, like I've developed methods to help me edit faster, right? Also, because I'm sharing a room at the moment with my girlfriend. She's here late at night. Obviously, she can't really do much because we're sharing a room. So there's a downstairs area, obviously, but like the thing is, like people are downstairs watching TV because we're sharing a house, right? It's kind of a pain in the ass to have my privacy, right? So she's here watching TV, and that can distract me a bit. So all that is gonna be more controlled now that we're gonna have our own place. I'm pretty excited for that, right? So like I'm probably be able to zone out and just focus more on my work and get it done faster without being distracted with, say, her talking on the phone, or she's watching a TV and I'm more looking at her to see what she's watching and shit like that, right? I got monkey brain at times. If you notice, most of my videos are this downward angle, right? Looking up. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I don't think I ever showed you my room. I'm gonna try to do this as easily as possible at handheld. Now, yeah, we're moving, but it usually is cluttered like this most of the damn time. Your closet is. We even use the damn door to like hang stuff for more storage space. It's our bed. My dog right here. My bed. There's the TV. Here's my Party Monster computer. My BenQ monitor, my 4K keyboard, mouse pad with my mouse area. I like having a lot of space for my mouse, and my Asus Predator monitor. I really like this guy because when I'm working with a timeline, this thing is help having like an ultra wide monitor. So I'm in the mode I want to get the fuck out and get, it's got about 3 weeks from now from me making this video that we're about to move and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, right? Once I move and get settled and all this stuff, I want to go back to my schedule of creating content, right? Because I do enjoy doing this stuff and it's fun, right? But yeah. So anyways, little coffee chat. If you enjoy watching those benchmark videos, definitely leave a like and say how much you appreciate making those for the video, because yeah, trust me, those things take a lot of time. It can be stressful, if you're not fully prepared, especially when you have a deadline, right? But yeah, benchmark videos. Out of all the videos to edit, those ones are like the most hassle. But whatever, we get it done, right? So that's all I got for you. Take care and peace. But yeah, I gotta do like the YouTube thumbnail face. All right, that's all I got for you. Take care and peace.